Hello, I'm Avis Kalfsbeck, and this is the Peace is Here podcast. Welcome to Peacewarts, School of Peacecraft and Inquiry, where we practice the skills of peace through short daily classes. We take the peace work seriously, but not ourselves. If you're joining us mid-school year, you're not late. Orientation begins at episode 198. Welcome back, Peace Scholars. This is Universal Understars 101 in the Tower. Today we study the Magna Carta of space. In the world below, history is a story of planting the flag. For thousands of years, when humans reached a new shore, they claimed it, fenced it, and prepared to fight for it. But on January 27, 1967, humanity did something unprecedented. The United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union, the three great powers of the era, sat down to sign a document that said the stars were off limits to our ego. American poet and writer Archibald MacLeish said, "To see the earth as it truly is, small and blue and beautiful in that eternal silence where it floats, is to see ourselves as riders on the earth together." The concept. What the treaty actually says. The Outer Space Treaty isn't just a polite suggestion. It is the legal skeleton of the Understars. Here is the juice of the agreement that every peace scholar should know. Article 1. Space is the province of all mankind. It must be free for exploration by all states without discrimination. Article 2. The No Appropriation Rule. No nation can claim the moon or Mars by occupation, by use, or by any other means. No flags represent ownership. Article 4. The Peaceful Use Clause. It bans the stationing of weapons of mass destruction in orbit or on celestial bodies. It explicitly forbids military bases, testing, or maneuvers on the moon. The history, how it played out. Why did they agree to this? Because in the mid-60s, the scramble was getting dangerous. Both sides realized that if they didn't create a sanctuary logic, the moon would become a high-ground fortress, and the cost of defending it would bankrupt the planet. Since its signing, over 110 countries have joined. It is the reason why, even at the height of the Cold War, space remained a laboratory rather than a trench. The modern mess. Satellites and the new scramble. However, as a peace scholar, you must see the cracks in the map. The 1967 treaty was written for nations, but it didn't fully anticipate corporations. Today, the sky is becoming a scramble of a different kind. We're seeing thousands of satellites from private companies like Amazon and SpaceX clogging the orbital lanes. While the treaty says no maps, it hasn't stopped the blocking of the night sky. We are now facing a new conflict, orbital traffic. Just because we don't own the land doesn't mean we aren't cluttering the view. This forced proximity is actually the next great test of peace. We are being forced to work together, not just to avoid war, but to figure out how to keep the understars visible for the next generation. We are currently in the scramble for AI and a scramble for data that mirrors this orbital mess. If we don't apply the 1967 logic to our digital and orbital commons, we will lose the high view to a wall of flickering hardware. The thesis, sanctuary logic. The lesson for today is that peace is a shared lease, not a deed of sale. To have a peaceful world, we must designate certain things, the air, the oceans, the stars, maybe all things, as being off limits to our desire for dominance. In the Department of Universal Understars, we see the Outer Space Treaty as a victory for the territory over the map, but we also recognize it as an unfinished work. It is all of our jobs to figure out how to protect the view of the stars as much as the soil of the moon. Your homework. 1. Interrupt your routine to look up a video of Starlink Satellite Train, or maybe you've seen one live passing over the night sky. Notice how it changes your feeling of the understars. 2. Write down one question you have after this episode or doing homework number 1. If no question comes to mind, just write no question. 3. Optional. Journal about the new scramble, whether it's AI or satellites. How do we protect a common when people are trying to move faster than the law? Until our next lesson, keep your eyes on the Understars. Class dismissed. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to support the Pieces Here podcast, the most helpful way is to follow it wherever you're listening. It helps share the message with others. You can also support this piecework at my Patreon for $4 a month, about what a used paperback goes for these days. Just go to Patreon at patreon.com/Avis Kalfsbeck. That's AVISKALFSBEEK. My most recent book is Mana Mutante, a best friend eco-fiction novella about food systems, featuring Tilly, Camas, Pedro, and the rest of the gang. It's book 6 in the Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet series and is available wherever you buy books. You can find all of my peace projects and stay in touch at aviskalfsbeck.com. Music is by Javier Peque Rodriguez. Sound effects are from Pixabay. Regarding peace, we need not delay or despair. We are not late. We are right on time to love. We are all scholars of peace. Listen for the peace.